Hi everyone, welcome to Live Blogger. In this video, I'll show you how to create this cookie consent banner for your Blogger website. So let me refresh this page. And we can see that after a few seconds, this banner appears. And every time we refresh the page, this banner appears after a few seconds. And once you click on I agree, it disappears and then it doesn't appear again. So this is what we're going to design in this video. So let's get started. I opened up a blank project in VS Code called cookie consent. So let's get started by creating our necessary files. So first of all, we'll create an HTML file. So we'll name it index.html. And we'll create another file called style.css and one more file for the JavaScript. Let's start with the index.html file. So in VS Code we have emmet extension already installed, so we can just type exclamation and press tab and we get this HTML5 boilerplate. We'll also link our style.css file, and in body we will link our script file. Alright, so let's create a division called cookie banner container. And in that we'll have a paragraph. So we'll just type our cookie consent message over here. And then we'll add one more paragraph. And we'll make this a link. So I'll just type A. And for the href, you can specify the URL of your cookie policy page. So I'll just type hash for now. Alright, so let's view this in our browser. So we'll click on open with live server. So this is our progress. So I'll just type button I agree. Alright, so that's basically it with the HTML. So let's go to our CSS. And first of all, we'll target the cookie banner container. And we'll give it a background color of FF5252. And then we'll give it a padding of 8 pixels top and bottom, 32 pixels left and right. And we'll also give it a border radius of 8 pixels, 0, 0, so that we have the border radius on the top. And then we'll set the position to fixed and the left to 24 pixels and the right to 24 pixels. And we'll set the bottom to 0. Now we'll also set the maximum width to 900 pixels. So when we maximize this page, this banner won't be so big. But we also want it to be displayed in the center. So for that we will just type margin 0 auto. And lastly we will add a box shadow. And we'll set it to 2 pixels, minus 8 pixels, 18 pixels. And we'll just copy this color and we'll paste it right here. And we'll hover over this color and we get this color picker. Now we'll change this to RGBA. And we'll decrease the opacity and we'll set it to say 0.3. Alright, so that's it with the box shadow. Now let's style the paragraph. So for the paragraph we'll set a font size of 18 pixels and we'll also set the color of the link to black. So we'll type cookie banner container PA and we'll set the color to black. Alright, lastly we need to style the button. So cookie banner container button, and we'll set the border to 0 and set the padding to 16 pixels top and bottom and 48 pixels left and right. And we'll set a background color of F7 F1 E3 and we'll set the font family to Roboto, and we'll also give it a margin. So we'll give it a margin top and bottom of 16 pixels and 0 for left and right. And we'll set the font weight to bold, and we'll set the text transform to uppercase, and we'll set the cursor to pointer, and we'll also give it a box shadow, and we'll type RGBA 000 and 0.4 or 0.2. Alright, so that's it with our styling. Now what we want to do in our JavaScript is that when we open this page, we want to add a class called active, and when we click on I agree, the class active should be removed from this division. So what we'll do is we'll set the bottom to minus 100% over here initially, and we'll also give it a transition of 400 milliseconds, and then we'll type cookie banner container dot active without any spaces, and here we will set the bottom to 0. Now when we add the class active to cookie banner container, it will appear from the bottom. So now let's go to our JavaScript and code the functionality. So first of all, we will create a constant, and we'll name it cookie banner, and we will type document dot query selector, and we'll type cookie banner container, and then we need to have one more constant which is for the button. So cookie button document dot query selector cookie banner container button. Now we want to show the cookie after 3 seconds. So for that we will use a function called set timeout. So you will type set timeout, and in that we'll create an arrow function, and we'll set the time to 3 seconds. So for that we have to type 3000 because it is calculated in milliseconds, and here we have to add the active class. So we'll type cookie banner dot class list dot add active, and we can see that the banner is being displayed. And then we also need to remove the active class from cookie banner once we click on the I agree button. So we will type cookie button, and we'll add an event listener for the click event, and we'll create an arrow function, and here we'll type cookie banner dot class list dot remove, and we'll type active over here. Alright, now we can see that the banner is being displayed. We'll just refresh our page, and our banner is being displayed after 3 seconds, and when we click on I agree, it goes back. But now when we refresh our page, the banner gets displayed once again. So for that we have to let the browser know that the I agree button was pressed, and we don't need to display this banner anymore. So we will use local storage for that. So here once we click on the I agree button, we'll also add some data to the local storage. So to add that, you have to type local storage dot set item, and here we have to provide the key and the value. So for the key we'll just type banner displayed, and for the value we will type true. Now lastly, we need to check whether this banner displayed data is stored in local storage or not. So if you don't have any data for banner displayed, then we will add this class active. So here we will add an if condition, and here we will type if, and we'll type exclamation local storage dot get item banner displayed. So here we check whether we have this data for banner displayed in our local storage, and if you don't have that, then we will add this active class to the cookie banner. Alright, so that's basically it with our code. Now if we refresh our page, we can see after 3 seconds our banner gets displayed, and now if we click on I agree, it goes back, and now if we refresh our page, here we can see that the banner is not being displayed. Alright, so our code is working alright. Now let's copy this to our Blogger website. So log into your Blogger dashboard and go to theme and then click on edit HTML. So just copy this division called cookie banner container. We can paste this anywhere in the body tag. So we just paste it just before the body tag ends. To search for something over here, just press Ctrl F and we'll just search for the ending body tag. And here is the ending body tag. So just before the script, we will add our HTML. And then we'll add our JavaScript. And we'll paste it below this script. Now lastly, we also need to add the styles. So we'll just go to style.css and we'll just copy these styles from here and we'll paste it where all our styles are placed. So here we'll just create a new comment and we'll paste our styles right here. Alright, so that's it with our code. Now let's save our theme and let's just click on view blog. And here we can see our banner is being displayed. I think white color would be better for this text. So we'll just go ahead and change the color over here. And we'll set white color for the anchor tag as well. Alright, now just click on save theme and let's refresh our page. And we can see our cookie banner is being displayed. And when we click on I agree, it won't be displayed again. So let's refresh our page. And we can see that our banner is not being displayed. Alright, so that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.